we have the mentors do it. And it's a way of understanding differences in style. And we want the mentors to get this partly because their participants are doing, but also because we want them to be able to understand and to flex their own style in working with a partner that may be different than them. And in addition, we want them to be able to support their partners in learning how to flex in working with others. So we spend time on that style inventory, and we do some practicing of basic coaching skills. The ongoing support that we provide is through the mentor roundtables. It's a way of providing, it's a regular check-in and support for the mentors. They meet once a month for a couple of hours. And as program administrators, we can provide updates on the program, provide our perspective about how we see participants doing in the program, in the classroom training. They give us their perspective. So it's really valuable. And it also is a wonderful way for the mentors to develop the network among themselves and learn from each other. I'm having this challenge, I don't know how to deal with it, and rather than me responding, this is my idea, they'll share ideas from each other, and I can facilitate that discussion, and we can glean some of the lessons from that. It's also a way of providing ongoing feedback and training. There was, as an example, in the second academy homework, we decided to have a homework chart because we thought the first academy, they didn't take the homework seriously enough. So we wanted to encourage accountability, right? We had a chart with everyone's names. We were giving them stars to show that they were submitted their homework, and we were posting it. And in one of the mentor roundtables, the mentor said, you know, it feels to them like kind of childish, like they're back in school. They hadn't told us that directly. We got it from the mentors. Small example. But it was really, you know, these little things are really valuable. So we changed it. We were able to maintain some monitoring process, but we didn't use that. We did not continue to post it and put the stars, etc. We provided the monitoring in a different way. So we changed halfway based on this feedback we received. And I think that feedback allows us to continuously evaluate and improve the program as we go along, and to develop relationships of trust so that mentors can see what we say and our role is important and it has an impact. So we're developing trusting relationships, we're maintaining the engagement of the mentors, and that feeling we're in this together, we're all invested in the success of the participants. What are some of the challenges? Well, probably not a surprise that recruiting volunteers is challenging, and it's because everybody has a lot on their plates, and their first concern is what's involved, how much more work am I going to be taking on? And you have to be really clear about what the expectations are. Matching is a challenge. I think in the best of all possible worlds, the participants would say, I want to be matched with Estela, and she would be my mentor. But it's very hard for us to do that because we have 20 volunteers we've recruited for 20 participants. And so we use kind of a combination of providing some input and doing the matching ourselves and assigning the mentor. They get those 5 names, and we give them one of those 5 people as the mentors. In terms of motivation, well, you can't mandate that people be engaged and use the mentor. And we have had in every class 1, maybe 2 of the participants that we recognize didn't use their mentor fully, didn't quite engage in that relationship. And we're just living with that. I mean, we try to be aware and intervene and encourage, but again, it's recognizing you just can't mandate it. Most of the people really appreciate it and are very much engaged. There's a real variety of coaching skills levels among the mentors. We're working with volunteers, so there's a lot of development on that side to help people develop coaching skills. And it's still a new experience for all of us. I know, I was thinking, how can I write this? We've been doing this, I don't know, 6 years or something now, but I continuously think of, like, we're still rookies at this, and there's a lot to learn. And I think that idea of approaching everything as a beginner keeps you open and flexible and committed to continuous improvement. The benefits is that it promotes the value of learning throughout the organization. We're developing a pipeline of leaders, and one of the beautiful things we've seen is lead graduates who have gone on to be hired as supervisors who are now mentoring new lead graduates and are later in the Pathways Academy and are being mentored by MLA graduates. Jim is a graduate of our Management Leadership Academy and served as a mentor to Pathways programs. So we're seeing graduates come back as mentors or coaches. So there's this whole pipeline of leaders and people very much committed to development. There's, in that process, a development of common vocabulary and values. And it breaks down silos. It broadens perspectives and business literacy. Again, not just for Academy participants, but mentors are broadening their perspectives. Sometimes they're meeting their partners in their work sites, and they're getting tours of that work site. And so they're looking at the world in a much broader way. It's developing that network of colleagues with established supportive relationships, which can make projects go so much smoother when you have other people you know and have a relationship with that you need cooperation from. And those relationships are both vertical with the cohort group, with the mentors themselves, but and vertical, horizontal and vertical relationships that we're developing. And it creates organizational loyalty. People recognize the investment we're making in development and really value that. And just having the relationships creates loyalty. And then last, what are our lessons learned? Again, no surprise. You can't do this without senior leadership commitment. Really important. With the volunteers, getting volunteer mentors. My preference is to have the division manager be the one who initially talks to a potential mentor and say, I think you would be good at this. And then I do the follow-up call. And that has grown. Now it's to the point where other mentors and coaches help me do the recruitment. I may be on the phone. Okay, I need 2 more mentors. Give me some ideas, and so they're a source too. But that senior leadership commitment, so that it's very clear the manager thinks it's important and is going to recognize it. Clarify the ground rules, the roles and responsibilities. People want to know what they're in for. What are you expecting from us? That formal training at the beginning is really, again, really important, and it helps people, the mentors themselves, take the risk of stepping up to that responsibility. And you can't just do that at the beginning, you got to do it throughout. We do it through the roundtables, but again, I'm available as the program administrator to coach mentors or coaches if they have some issue that comes up that they're struggling with that they can't quite just figure out through the roundtables. I can meet with them individually, and I can suggest, we can work out approaches to address the challenges. Allow flexibility. That flexibility and making shifts and responding to feedback, again, really strengthens the program, strengthens the relationships. Define success broadly. Recognize, not everyone's going to be engaged, but we got 18 out of 20 people in really strong mentoring relationships. That's good. That's successful. And last but not least, just recognize that mentors will develop the new skills and